So guess what, y'all? You're actually using AI wrong, but so are our lawmakers. And while the world adapts to a digital future, we're still passing laws based on other laws that were designed way back in the age of ink and parchment. So this video is more than just about bad policy making. It's about why the American legal system feels broken and how it was built to resist change, not respond to it. So let's break this down. Okay, you've heard this before. The Constitution is timeless. It's the greatest document ever written. It was designed to last forever. Sure, it's a great document, and it was visionary in its time. But here's the truth. Vision without evolution becomes a cage. And there's no way the founders could have predicted the internet, billion-dollar lobbying, globalized trade, or AI that writes its own laws. So the Constitution has only been amended 27 times in 235 years, and that's not flexibility, that's actually stagnation. So I'm not one of those people that thinks that timeless means it still works. I think it means it's still stuck. So the Constitution was built to be slow, deliberate, resistant to change, and that made sense in 1787. But now, in 2025, that slowness is a liability. Because it delays climate action, it suppresses innovation, it makes every crisis worse. And the system we have today wasn't broken by accident, it's broken by design. Singapore, National AI Strategy. Germany, Universal Digital IDs. Estonia, e-citizenship from your laptop. These aren't startups, they're all governments. Governments that treat their laws like software, meant to evolve. Meanwhile, our government here in the US is stuck in patch mode. We find a bug here, we fix it, we find a workaround, but we never actually solve the problem. So here's the uncomfortable truth, y'all. Most laws aren't written for you. They're written for donors, lobbyists, party leaders, re-election campaigns, and it's easy to assume that lawmakers are selfish and corrupt. But the deeper truth is this is actually systemic. Our political structure is designed in a way that prioritizes re-election for most elected officials. And here's why. Short term means they're always campaigning. House members are up for election every 2 years. Fundraising pressure is constant. They need millions just to stay competitive, and that means prioritizing major donors and PACs. PACs are political action committees or something like that. I'll figure that out. So your party loyalty, if you're a politician, actually determines your access to power. And if you want committee seats or leadership positions, you have to stay on brand with your party. Primary elections reward extremism. Most districts are gerrymandered, so the real competition is within the party base, not the general public. And that kills compromise. So in this environment, focusing on actual governments can seem like a political liability. And it doesn't excuse poor behavior, but it does explain the incentive structure behind it. So politicians aren't actually acting irrationally, they're responding to a system that punishes policy work and rewards political performance. And in that system, your voice, your needs, they rarely make the cut.
And it's not just kids buying this, adults buy it, give it to kids, adults buy it for themselves. We had horrendous testimony of one 22-year-old who bought this. I don't know what product it was. I think she said wedding cake. He stepped in front of a train and got run over, killed. This is serious business. This is not Dan's folly. This is not Dan's priority. This is to save an entire generation of being hooked on drugs.
So this is where things get even more frustrating. You might think, well, surely a bad law can't just become a law if people oppose it, right?
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
But no, that's not how the system actually works. Most laws are upheld using the rational basis test, which is the lowest level of judicial scrutiny. To pass, a law simply needs to serve a legitimate government interest. It needs to be rationally related to that interest, with no evidence required and no public consensus needed. Just a paper trail that looks good enough to survive. So when lawmakers are writing for donors instead of constituents, they don't need your support, just legal cover. That's why bills can be passed with outdated science, anecdotal testimony, and without even considering the opposing viewpoint. Because in a system designed for survival, not service, optics beats outcomes. What are the consequences of our slow system? Well, tech leaders leave, startups go offshore, other countries take the lead, and because we don't regulate to grow, instead we regulate to control, that means every single delay, we lose market share, we lose out on innovation, and we lose leadership. Okay guys, listen to me closely. The real threat isn't just bad laws, it's the collapse of public trust. Because when people believe the system ignores them, that courts don't protect them, or that laws aren't written for them, they check out. They check out mentally. And when enough of us stop believing, the system dies on its own. But here's the thing. That disengagement is precisely what is keeping the system broken. So your vote actually matters. Guys, I get it. You've heard it all. My vote doesn't matter. They'll do whatever they want. The system's rigged, but those aren't the truths. Those are actually the outcomes of your silence. Remember, it doesn't seem like it makes a difference, but I mean it when I say this. Every single vote shapes who draws your district, who sets your funding priorities, who appoints judges, who decides your rights. And guys, you guys, young voters, are the largest, most diverse voting bloc in America. You actually have the power to make change right now. So guys, I'm not here to burn it all down. I'm here to tell you the truth. And the truth is, we've inherited a system that wasn't built to serve our world or our purposes. So yeah, the Constitution was super cool in its time. Yeah, some parts are great, but they still apply. But that brilliance without evolving has become a burden. What we need now is structural, not superficial. So here's what I think we actually need. We need flexible legal frameworks that can evolve as technology and society do. We need independent commissions to oversee redistricting, ethics, and law review. And we absolutely need term limits to reduce the careerism that feeds the gridlock. We also need automatic reviews of outdated or harmful laws that no longer serve the public. And I know we can do that because we've got AI to just look that stuff up for us. So this isn't about politics, it's actually about functionality. Because with tradition without accountability is literally just stagnation. Guys, let's be honest. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to watch these politicians grandstand while our communities suffer. And it's frustrating to see lawmakers push bills just for headlines. I'm talking about you, SB3, and Dan Patrick here in Texas right now. To be honest, I can't imagine how, or actually I know how this feels. It's frustrating to feel like your intelligence is being insulted, like the wool's being pulled over your eyes, or like you don't know what's going on. And it hurts that it's being done by a government that really no longer cares about you, the people who built it and fund it. So I get it. I feel it. This was supposed to be a great system that was crafted with care, designed for liberty, and grounded in ideals. And in many ways, it still is. But somewhere along the line, it has stopped evolving. It's rigid, it's performative, it's inefficient, and to be honest, I know you feel this, it's actually hostile to progress. You know, so the system we inherited wasn't built for right now. But the good news is we own the future. So we got to just stop defending a past that no longer serves us. We got to start demanding a system that does serve us. Because if we don't lead the change, someone else will, and they won't wait for you. So share this, start the conversation, go vote, because silence is complicity. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching the video. As always, feel free to drop a comment and let me know what your thoughts are on everything that I've just talked about. do me a favor, go watch my other video about Guyana, the country that I'm from. Let me know what you think of that one, and shoot me ideas for what you'd like to see me do in my next video. Otherwise, I will see you next time.